This week we're making a beautiful lemon and blueberry drizzle cake. So let's get straight into that. And you know, with it being summer, it's not really cake season, but lemon drizzle cake is the perfect cake. And I'm really craving cake today, so let's get straight into the recipe. Oh, and having a bunch of fresh blueberries with the sponge is just kiss. Let's go. Okie dokie, let's kick things off by preheating our oven to 180 degrees Celsius. You are then going to grab yourself a large bowl or a stand mixer. You can also use an electric whisk or do this by hand. And then you're just going to place in 340 grams of softened unsalted butter along with 340 grams of caster sugar. Place that onto your stand mixer and then we're just going to whisk this for 2 to 3 minutes on a medium to high speed until everything is fully incorporated and we have a nice pale butter sugar mix. It should look something like you're seeing just here in the video. Okie dokie, it is time to redeem myself. The one-handed egg crack. I failed this in the last video I had to crack eggs, which was the pancake video. That's a whole nother thing. Anyway, let's redeem ourselves. Let's not drop the entire shell of all 4 of these eggs in here. It's actually quite simple. You just you have one finger one side and one finger the other, and you like dig the fingers in, and then you just spread it apart, like so. It's quite a simple technique. Here, let's see if we can get a bit closer and show you that. So you got like one finger underneath, one finger here, and then I'm just using my thumb to kind of pull them apart like that. Come on, let's do that one more time for you. Crack it on the side, one finger on one side of the shell, of the crack that is, one finger on the other side, your thumb, and then you're just gonna pull them apart. Boom. Nice and easy, right? It's important when you're making cakes as well. Make sure you always crack your eggs into a separate bowl, just so if you have to fish any shell out, it's nice and easy. And that is redemption. That felt good. All 4 of them, real smooth as well. And I managed to teach you it. Oh my god! Anyway, let's continue making this cake. You're just going to add those 4 eggs into your butter and sugar mix, and then we're just going to whisk this on a high speed until you have a scrambled egg looking consistency. It's a bit weird, it's not going to emulsify together, but then you're just going to sift in 340 grams of self-raising flour and mix this by hand, and then everything's going to come together and you're just going to start seeing cake batter as opposed to kind of split egg and butter and sugar. And then we're just going to go into that mix with the zest from 2 whole lemons, along with the juice from 1 whole lemon. We are also going to go in with 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and then optionally 250 grams of whole blueberries. You don't have to put these in, it is completely and utterly optional. And then we're just going to give everything a good mix together, fold it all together, and then that is pretty much our cake batter done. And then we just want to grease and line a 26cm cake tin. Now this recipe requires you to have 2 blocks of butter on hand, and you're going to use an entire block, so I just save the wrapper and use that to grease my tin. Pro tip. Now I'm going to show you how to properly line a cake tin. This is something I feel that no one really ever covers in their videos. Basically, we're going to make something called a cartouche, which is a perfect circle of greaseproof paper. So take yourself a nice big square of greaseproof paper, boom, so it easily fits over the tin, definitely got enough here. We're going to fold this bad boy in half, okay? And then we're going to fold that in half again. So you see what I've done there? Now we've got this piece of greaseproof like this. What we're going to do, I don't know, the camera's in a good position there, let's get a bit closer in here. It's a slightly confusing thing. This might take you a couple of times. So we've got these 2 edges here. These 2 edges, which are the folded edges. We're going to fold the folded edge diagonally, if I can do it, to the other folded edge, like so. And we're going to do that twice. 1 2. Right? So now you got this kind of thing. It's like a little triangle of greaseproof paper. Then we're gonna grab our tin, like this. Boom, let's see if we can get my face in the frame. Hey! And we want this tip to measure up with the center of our tin. So we're basically gonna try find like the center of our tin. Yeah, that's about good. So I'm gonna cut my paper pretty much where the paper meets the edge. So I'm gonna cut it where the paper meets this edge here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take our knife, boom. This isn't a very sharp knife, is it? You should always use sharp knives. There we go. Then you're gonna take the end, get your little triangle, unfold that out, ba-boom, cartouche, perfectly round, and it should just fit. I might have made mine a touch too big, so I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, but it should fit in your pan. Boom, cartouche, done. Let's get on to cooking this bad boy. So now you're just going to chuck your cartouche into the bottom of the pan, and then you're going to go in with all of that beautiful cake batter from earlier, and we're just going to smooth the top off with a palette knife, or just use a Maurice to kind of get a nice smooth surface on the top. We're going to throw that, or not throw it, just place it into our oven that's been preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for around 30 to 40 minutes. And now what we are looking for when we do this is when we put our knife in and pull it back out, the knife is coming out beautiful and clean. We don't want any cake batter on there whatsoever. And once your cake is cooked, just place it to one side in the tin to cool for 10 minutes while we make a beautiful lemon and sugar syrup. So you're just going to place 50 grams of caster sugar into a saucepan along with the juice from 3 whole lemons. You just want to make sure you're straining that through a sieve so we get no seeds in there. We are then going to chuck that onto a medium heat and bring it up to a boil while stirring constantly. We'll cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes until we have a nice syrupy consistency. You just want to take it off when you've got like a loose kind of syrup, as you're seeing here in the video. Now all that's left to do is take a knife and stab your cake a few times all over so the syrup, as we pour it on top, soaks into the sponge. Once you've done that, it's really simple. You're just going to pour that beautiful lemon and sugar syrup all over the cake nice and evenly, and then we're just going to let this sit in the tin for about 1 hour before we remove the tin and portion. Now, you portion this into whatever size you want. I found this cake got about 12 to 18 slices of cake. And that's it, guys. We're done. Go and enjoy your lemon drizzle cake. Boom. Boom, there you have it. Lemon drizzle and blueberry cake. Man, this just looks so good. It's like perfectly cooked, just cooked in the middle, and around all those blueberries is just super moist. It smells amazing. All round, this is quite a basic sponge, but you just elevate it a little bit with the blueberries and the syrup, and you know, the actual base sponge recipe is great for kind of other cakes as well. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's eat this bad boy because it looks amazing. I mean, just check out that. Check out that. I don't even think it focused. I'm gonna eat this though. Citrusy, zesty, fresh, fruity, buttery, rich. Light. The crust on the outside is giving me a little bit of a crunch. Those blueberries bringing a real freshness, and then you hit like those little pockets of the syrup, which is sour and just cutting through that sweetness so well. Oh man, that's hit the spot. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's video. If you have, don't forget, drop it a like, subscribe to see future content, and comment what you'd like me to make down in the comment section in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one.